Hey guys, it's Chloe, and today I'm finally gonna be doing the back to school video. I have 1 organizing tip and 7 studying tips for you. I'm not very good at giving advice, and I'm not very good explaining, so yeah. I think you're gonna be a little bit confused, but it's okay. Let's just go. Alright, so the first tip is a really simple and basic organizing tip. So before school starts, spend some time organizing your files. I know for some of you it's really annoying to do that, but I promise you it will only take you like 5 minutes and it will benefit your entire semester. So to do that, just go and grab some files and some adhesive labels. I have the big ones here, so I cut them up into small little ones. And then write down or print all of the subjects you have at school on the labels, stick them on, and bring them accordingly to the schedule each day. Make sure to put only the relative materials inside, like what I did last year. These are some example, and you'll never ever again mix up your worksheets or crumble them. Alright, so I'm not a particularly organized person, so I don't have that much of an organizing tip for you guys, but I do have some lazy essential studying / exam tips. Alright, I know this sounds really lame, but you have to listen in class. Why? I can guarantee you that does not stand for being hardworking, rather lazy, because I only listen in class and barely study at home. It's easier to absorb the content when you're hearing it from someone, and you can ask your teacher immediately if you have any questions, which will help you remember what you've learned. And this leads us to the next study tip. Alright, so the next tip is to find a friend to talk to, or if you're alone or like me, talk to yourself / record an audio, which is even better, while studying. It's not just talking, but tell it like a story. Make it as interesting as possible to yourself. Talk to yourself like a teacher. Relate to the ridiculous details, to weird things that will make you remember. This storytelling method works best for history, and teaching yourself informed a teacher works for the others. Alright, what makes the last tip most effective, though, is to refer back to previous studying points. Okay, so, who was that creepy dude with the beard? Richard. Okay. Make up questions for yourself along the way of talking to yourself and come to a stop every 10 minutes or so to ask yourself the questions. If you couldn't answer it, scold yourself and try to relate it to something ridiculous. Or make yourself laugh and make it memorable. Okay, so first of all, as we all know, it's very important to jot down important points while studying, but I've realized that you can't just do it by copying without scanning through it. Oh, and also, make sure to turn off your phone at this point. I know it sounds hard, but trust me, that sense of satisfaction after straight up studying for simply 30 minutes with no distractions will overwhelm you, as well as the results. Okay, so back to note jotting. There are mainly 3 stages. 1. Reading through paragraphs and highlighting the very main points. 2. Simplify and write down what you highlighted on the empty spaces around each paragraph, with a pencil if you like to be neat. 3rd, simplify the simplified points even more and jot down onto your actual notes. Giving things abbreviation is a good way to do it, because while you're trying to think of the abbreviations, you're actually unknowingly deepening your memory. All of my friends like to use A4-sized notebooks or papers to jot notes, but I don't really recommend that. What I like to use are old exercise books. First, it's rather environmental friendly. Second, it's way easier to carry around. During exams, I don't even bring anything. I just bring an A5-sized exercise book and that's all. And make sure to highlight important words with different colors of highlighters. For example, red for locations, yellow for names, and so on. That way, when you're working on your exam paper, you will legit remember the color leading to the highlighted word. Alright, so if you're an ultra lazy person like me, I know the previous tips probably sounded a little too time-consuming or annoying, but trust me, it's not. It's the fastest and most effective way for you to study. All you really need is 1 night for the subjects you're good at, and around 1 or 2 days for those that you're not very good at. But to enhance the effectiveness, 2 suggestions from me are to firstly, rest every 20 minutes if you need to. Do something that will help exercise or relax your brain. You can listen to music, but not too much because you will probably be humming the whole time afterwards and won't be able to study longer. You can solve a Rubik's Cube, draw something, or even play a musical instrument for like 10 minutes, which is scientifically proven to help you think in between studies. Secondly, wake up earlier the day of the exam. Wake up like an hour earlier and read through all of the notes on your notebook. Make sure to read it out loud. Not too loud, don't wake everyone. But murmur to yourself and have breakfast afterwards. Chill for like 10 minutes before leaving to school. Don't get too tensed. Go through some important details in your mind before the actual exam or ask a friend to ask you questions. Lastly, to round up everything, if you don't like spending weeks on exam, pay attention in class. Try following my tips on note jotting, and that's literally all you have to do. Always remember, when you're memorizing something, reading it out loud, making up a story, relating them to ridiculous things, talking to yourself like a teacher are always the key points to deepen your memories. Alright, so that's it for now. Don't forget to give it a thumbs up and make sure to stay tuned for Francesca's version of video, because I'm actually excited too to see what she's come up with. So yeah, and make sure to leave a like, subscribe, comment down below any suggestions, and I'm sorry about the weird angles and of the video, because like, oh my god, because like I filmed on my own. I don't have anyone to help me film, so my angles are a little bit weird. I tried my best with my tripod, and yeah, so anyway, probably shouldn't film that way. Anyway, thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time. Bye! Asking me the same questions, that I will no longer be able to greet the nice workers at McDonald's and so on. And it's even more